Hi everyone, very good morning and good evening to all. So in our today's session, we are going to learn, so what is business intelligence? So what is data warehouse? So what is data lake? And so what is ETL? What is ETL and how this ETL will be used? And what is this Informatica and Informatica Power Center, right? So what is the different tools are available in Informatica Power Center? And so what is IICS? So these things we are going to cover today and tomorrow. So first 2 days will be theoretical. So I will give you some exercises on data warehousing also. So those questions, just to go through that sometimes. So if you are going for any certifications, external certification on Informatica Power Center or IICS, so they'll be asking these questions related to data warehousing also. So what is business intelligence? What is Informatica? So Informatica is a company. Okay, so Informatica is a corporation. So we have from Informatica all the data related tools. They do have most of the data related tools, the backend tools, it will handle all the data. So from Informatica, we do have a lot of different tools. So one of the ETL tool is called Informatica Power Center. So whenever you are making your resumes, so make this Informatica Power Center as it is not Informatica Power Center. Okay, it is a ETL tool. So this Informatica ETL is like a on-premises server. So what is that on-premises server? Right. So for an example, you have in your company, you have Oracle database. It is on-premises. So this Oracle database handled by the particular company itself. Then this is what the data warehouse. Yes, this will also handled by the company. And we need to transfer the data from this particular database to this particular database, right? So from here to here, we have to move the data. To move the data, we are bringing that one tool called Informatica Power Center. Is a ETL tool, right? We are bringing the data, this tool. So this tool is there in the same organization. It is maintained by the organization itself. So that is what on-premises server. So they will pay for this particular license and then they can use it. The company can use it. All the data will be handled and stored within the organization. It will not go out of the organization. So that is the on-premises server. Informatica Power Center is mostly used for connecting the RDBMS database to RDBMS data warehouse. So this is also database only, but it will handle huge volume of data. But for IICS, right? So why they have introduced a tool called IICS, and the IICS is nothing but, so the companies they moved. Okay, so from RDBMS server to this is RDBMS, right? So from this RDBMS server to they moved on the cloud. Say for an example, already the data warehouse is running on the RDBMS server like a Teradata, Netis, all this database, but they want to move from this RDBMS to cloud data lake or data warehouse. It is nothing but AWS or Snowflake, or they want to go for Azure, or they want to go for GCP, all this a cloud-based system. So this cloud-based system is maintained by the cloud providers, right? So AWS maintained by Amazon, right? GCP maintained by the Google. So the same way, so they are maintaining it and we are loading the organizational data into their cloud system, right? So the data, yes, they will give all the security, but we are loading the data into another server. So maintained by another corporation. So here the security and everything, privacy and everything is important. So if I want to go for this cloud, okay, the organization is moving from data. So they want to handle huge volume of data. They want to implement some AI and ML process, and they are moving from RDBMS server to cloud server on the database side. So if they are moving from this particular on-premises server to this cloud, then the ETL tool also, okay, the ETL tool, we have Power Center, right? They need to move from Power Center to the IICS. So the IICS will be maintained by Informatica Corporation. So who will maintain? Informatica Corporation. So this database and any RDBMS database here we are maintaining. But this cloud providers, they will maintain the data lake environment. Informatica, IICS is maintained by Informatica corporations, and we need to pay for that. So how much resources we are using, we need to pay for that. The same way for cloud also. So security and everything they will take care, but space wise, they will handle it. So even the load, so how much load we are utilizing it. So all this they will use it. And nowadays we are going for the serverless concept, right? So the serverless concept is nothing but the server, whenever it is going to have the load, so that time only it will go and process it. So otherwise it will be on they will not charge you also, and it will not run, it will not make any resources. So nowadays we are going for most of the serverless process in AWS as well as, so here also. They are moving, okay, IICS also, they are moving to IDMC. So that I will take later. They are implementing a lot of AI and ML concept in the cloud ETL tool also. That is what they are bringing one tool called IDMC. It's a new tool. But here IICS, the same concept will be used. So this is what the IICS will do. IICS is maintained by the Informatica Corporation. They will maintain it. And so this database, on-premises database, and here it will be connecting, and the cloud database, it will go and load the data. So that's what the IICS come into picture. Okay. So Informatica Power Center, as of now, we do have a 10.5 versions. Yes. They are going to stop this particular previous version, the production support. So all the support, vendor support from the previous version to, so some years, okay, 1 or 2 years, they are going to stop the support. Then they will go for the latest version only. So then we have Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services, right? So that is what IICS. So I will take IICS architecture and introduction to IICS later. But before that, we will go for BA. So then we do have a lot of tools, right? So Enterprise Data Catalog, and we do have IDQ, right? So in Informatica Data Quality, and we do have MDM, and we do have some other tools as well. Right? BDM, we have Big Data Management. So a lot of other tools are there. But so they have integrated all these tools into one single tool called IICS. Okay, so in the IICS itself, we do have all the services. For IDQ, we have services. For MDM, we have services, different services also we have. So they have taken all the services into one single tool. So whatever the services we are going to use, so for that services, we need to pay for that. How much resources we are using. Okay, so we will see this concept later. So we will see one in detail about all the tools. So how these tools are varying. But here we'll go for data warehousing and business intelligence. Okay, first of all, what is ETL? So I know most of them are from ETL background. You know already. So what is this ETL and what is Informatica Power Center will do? So all this, but I will explain from the scratch. And some of them are from even from very scratch you are going to learn. So I will explain that. RDBMS is nothing but it's a relational database management system. So like Oracle is an RDBMS, Teradata is RDBMS, SQL Server is RDBMS. So these are all RDBMS. To store the data, we do have RDBMS. Okay. This is what is business intelligence. For an example, initial days like 1970s or 80s, we used to have only database, right? So 70s itself, we do have Oracle. So we have only database. So that particular time, we used to store the data on the database. For an example, if you take any banking or any retail or any other companies, we are going to store the data. And so this is what the data, right? We are going to store the data here or sometime later. And for the business people, we need to take the reporting. So we are going to take the reporting on the same database. Okay, since the volume is very less, so that time there was no impact. But after some time, the volume has grown up and you are doing this business on the business hours. If you are going to take the reports, it will get impacted. For an example, you are going to do the transactions like we are the customer for the bank, and we are going to the bank and you are doing the transactions, right? So all the transaction one by one, you are doing it. So every customer is doing the transactions. And so I will go and log into my system and then I can see my data only. In the same way, if the, the particular branch manager wants to see, so what is the deposit for this particular branch today, right? So about that particular branch, he wants to know for today, yesterday, and the last week, and last month, last quarter. In that way, he will do a lot of comparison analysis, right? So think about then regional managers. They do have some many branches, right? Think about particular country wise, all this. So they are going for huge volume of data. Then when we are going for any quarter end results and everything, then if you are taking the data for reporting, then this particular transaction will get impacted. Daily transaction will get impacted. Even nowadays also, if you see some of the uh, deployments, real-time projects, they will not allow in the business hours, right? They will not allow any deployments on the business hours. So why? Because the transaction will get impacted. So to avoid that, so what they have suggested, okay, 1980s, in the 1980s, they have suggested, okay, so instead of taking the data from this particular system for the reporting, okay, we will keep this particular database for the transactional database, like transactions, only for transactions. So whatever the data is getting the updated, inserted, all this, yes, it will be happened in this particular database only. So here we have the front end tool. So you might be using the client tool. So many client system, you might be using it. And through API calls, yes, it will be connected to the database, right? So it will be connected to the database and you are booking the ticket or anything, it will be connected through API. So this is my front end tools, front end applications. So whatever the transactions we are doing here, so that will be stored in the database, right? Yes. So you are updating, you are canceling, you are doing any transactions kind of, all this will get inserted, updated, deleted here itself, right? But at the end of the day, I want to take the reporting. I want to go for reporting. So who wants that reporting? Normally, the particular organizations, management, the business people, the business, they wants to have the reports. Okay, so today what is the business? And so what is the transaction happened? So all this they want to take the reports, then they are bringing one particular database called, so this is a database only, but it can handle huge volume of data. So initially they have taken the database like Teradata, mostly like Teradata, and we do have some even Oracle also they kept for data warehousing, Oracle, Teradata, so Netezza, so you can go for Netezza. Then you can go for even for PostgreSQL. So yeah, anything you can use. Okay, anything you can use, SQL Server and everything. So after that, they moved. So nowadays they moved from these particular RDBMS to on the cloud also. Say for an example, on the cloud, I can say it is like Snowflake. Okay, so you can have the Snowflake, you can have AWS, we can have GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and we have the Azure, right? So all these are cloud providers, cloud database to have a data lake environment for our organizational request. So we do have different kind of data lake environments nowadays. So here we have, okay. So whatever the report we want to take, so take that report from here. Okay, you take the report from here. So if you are if you are a CEO for the particular company, okay, and so what you will you need from your IT team, right? So you'll be taking, okay, so what is the, see if today's time is 7 o'clock and business is going to start by 8 a.m. in the morning or 9 a.m. in the morning. So when it is started, you have to know, you should know within half an hour. So what transaction happened for today's transaction, all this you can able to see here, right? One single device itself, you can able to see what is the business. Yesterday comparison, lot of pie chart, bar chart, all this you have to do it. So all this transaction, we cannot do it here. So transaction will be happening here, but the reports we are going to take from here. So for that, we need to transfer the data, right? So from here to here, we have to transfer. So that is what we are bringing the tool, right? Tool called ETL. So what is ETL? So ETL is nothing but we are going to extract the data from the source and do the transformation here, transformation logic, and load the data into target. It is not a single data load like a source from transactional database to target. It's not a single layer. We do have many layers. So we will take the data from here and here to here, here to here. So multiple layers, the data will be moving from one layer to another layer, even one team to another team, the data will be moving. So dependent tables, dependent systems will be having, and then data will be moving. So that's what we'll go for dependent tables. And here we are extracting the data. So this is called extraction. Okay. So you are extracting the data from source and transfer the data, right? So you will transfer the data and you will load the data into data warehouse or data lake environment. So this is nothing but, so if it is Oracle, Teradata, Netezza, PostgreSQL or SQL Server or any RDBMS, we can say it's a data warehouse environment, right? So we'll go for data warehouse environment where we will store all our organizational historical data, like from day one to even 10 years, 15 years, 50 years of data also will be stored here. So all your historical data will be stored. So historical data will be stored in this particular data warehouse environment. Yes. So nowadays we are going for the data lake or lake house. So it is more than the volume of this data warehouse on the cloud. So they want to apply some AI and ML process, right? Say for an example, if you take the YouTube or Facebook or the Amazon or any other the social media. So if you take these particular systems, so they will do all the transactions. They will collect all the transactions. They will load it into some streaming process will be there. It will stream the data into the data lake environments. So it is nothing but extraction loading. Okay, so they will load it. They will do that extraction loading, and then they will process it, transform it. They'll go for ELT logic, extraction, loading, and then processing. So they will again feeding back to the data to the source system for recommendations, right? So you are getting all the data in YouTube and all, we are having the recommendation. That's a different process. But in our IICS or in our ETL, in our Informatica Power Center, mostly for business analytics, we will go for this ETL process. So this is called ETL here. So we do have a lot of ETL tools are in the market. So one of the most widely used tool called Informatica Power Center. So Informatica Power Center is most widely used ETL tools in the market. Okay. So this is nothing but mostly like batch processing. So batch processing means, so batch processing is nothing but, yeah, batch by batch, the data will be moved. Say for an example, you are doing some transactions, say NEFT. So you are doing NEFT from one bank to other bank, you are transferring the data, the money. So how it will be, it will go? It will go by batch processing, right? So yes, NEFT, they do have every 30 minutes once the batch will be running. So it will take data from all the banks and it will go and make an entry in the RBI. So that's what they do have internal communication that will make. So it will be on the batch processing, right? So they will communicate to the other bank. The other bank will pay. At the end of the day, they will go for settlement process. So they will do the reconciliation settlement process. And then this is what it will happen normally. So here the batch processing, we are doing it mostly. So maybe half an hour once the data will be extracting from the source, 1 hour once, intraday jobs, like 1 hour once, 4 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours. This is what the data will be moving from here to here. Even daily jobs, be having a daily load. Yes. Then weekly load, monthly load. Yeah, different backup jobs will be running. So that's what the data will be loaded into this data warehousing environment. So we do have batch processing and the live streaming also. So what is live streaming? So live streaming mostly like we are not using these particular tools, but we do have other tools like live streaming, right? We have some tool called Kafka. Yes, it will stream. And then Kafka, they will collect all the logs and everything, cookies and everything from the source system, and it will stream the data. And we do have Spark streaming. They will load the data into the data lake environment. After that, they will process it. They'll go for different kind of reportings like merchant reporting, all kind of reporting. They will take data from this data lake environment. And this is called the, the data ingestion. Okay, they will do the data ingestion to this one system to other system, even from one bank to other bank also. The data will be we will get as a file system and then it will get loaded. Live streaming, yes, we'll go for something like data is 24/7 is getting generated. So continuously the data will be moving from source to target. Then here you will be processing. So that's a different processing. We'll use Spark processing. You can use Python to process the data. All this they will use. So different way. And here it cannot able to connect with the, if for an example, I want to go for the data lake environment, but this particular tool cannot integrate with all the data lake environments. Then they have created one more tool called IICS. Okay, so Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. This particular tool will take the data from here. So any RDBMS, the source system is nothing but it's a heterogeneous sources. Heterogeneous. So heterogeneous means so sources might be different source systems, like you have so different applications. You can take the data from Salesforce. You can take the data from flat files, like file system. Okay, so any file system, like so I will explain the file system like a CSV file, Avro file, JSON file, XML file, all the file system, Excel files, all the file system. We can take the data, and we can take the data from RDBMS, okay, relational database management system, and you can take the data from cloud also. So from the source, see, this is not the transactional data. So sometimes from the cloud also, we will take the data from one team to another team. So we will take data and then we'll get loaded. So this is what we'll go for cloud, and you can take another different applications. Like we can take the data from applications. So that's what we are going for the IICS CI, right? CI we do have cloud application integration. So through API, for an example, here itself, no need to bring the data to here and then take the data. So instead of connecting here, so you can connect through API to the source system and then get the data to the IICS and then get the data to data warehouse. So that's also possible by using CI module. So that's a different module in the IICS we have. Okay, so this is what we are going with. And IICS is nothing but Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. Okay, so who will maintain this IICS? IICS is maintained by Informatica Corporation. For an example, I am one of the bank and I want to know, sorry, I want to build cloud ETL tool for my organization. Then I will approach Informatica Corporation. Okay, I need to have, so I do have a lot of cloud system in my organization. I want to extract the data from the source system and I have to load the data to this data warehousing environment. So in this case, then I will approach, okay, so this is what the tool, they will suggest like, okay, you go for IICS, and IICS, we will maintain all the server services and everything. So whatever the services and how many resources you are going to use, pay for that particular, the amount only. Okay, so whatever the resources we are using, that particular resource only you can pay. So that's what they will inform us. It will be used for a different organization also. The services and everything, the server and everything will be maintained by Informatica Corporation. But they do have a secure agent. The secure agent is responsible for secure data movement. Okay, I will explain later about secure agent everything while explaining this IICS architecture. Okay, but what is IICS? IICS is nothing but Cloud Data Integrator is the Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. We do have different services. Say for an example, if you take AWS, so how many services are there in AWS? Lot of services are there, right? You have Redshift, you have Athena, you have Glue, you have lot of different services are available. If you take GCP also, we do have lot of services. The same way, Informatica also for kind of data handling, they do have lot of services. Okay, data governance, data quality, master data management, right? ETL. So they have taken application integration. So everything they have integrated into one tool called Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. Okay, so this tool can take the data from any source systems and extract the data, transfer the data, load the data into the data lake environment. So if you take, so what is there newly in IICS? Only thing is the difference between the Informatica Power Center to IICS is major difference is the connections. Okay, the connection here to connecting with the data lake environments like Snowflake, AWS, GCP, or any Salesforce or any source the connectivity, right? Source and target connectivity is very simple. They do have lot of connectivities. Okay, lot of connectors. I will explain. Not only this one, we do have a lot of other connectors. Even 100 connectors are available. I will show you what are the different connectors and IIC is able to connect. So that's what more powerful tool in the market to connect with the cloud environment. Okay, so we have loaded the data. So we do have, as I have explained, we do not have a single layer here. We'll be having a multi-layer environment, right? In data lake, we do have multi-layer environment, data lake or data warehouse. It's like you'll be moving the data from one environment to like one layer to another layer. So one particular layer to another layer. So multiple layers will be there. So from year to year, it might be a first layer will be staging layer, right? So we'll be having a staging layer, but a staging layer until I will explain later. So what is staging layer? Just we will land the data to this data warehouse. Once the data has been landed, then we will go here. Okay, move the data from here to here. So for this will be your source. Staging table will be source and target will be your next layer. And next you will be moving the data. So from this one to this one and different teams also, dependent team will be moving layers. Inside we do have different teams. So we do have one team. Okay, this team should process the data. Then after processing the data, you have to send that particular data to another team. They will process it. So that's what it will move. And then here finally we do have a data mart. So data mart is nothing but a subset of data warehouse. See, a subset of data warehouse. See, data warehouse or data lake, it's a huge environment, right? So it will have huge volume of data for any kind of security purpose and any kind of the data for one particular subject areas, one particular unit, then you will go for data mart. A data mart is nothing but a subset of your data warehouse. Okay, so subset of your data warehouse. For an example, this data mart, we will call it as for merchant reporting, customer reporting, supplier reporting. So different kind of reporting, we will create a different data mart. Okay, so for my merchant, I have to send a report. All merchant related tables, we will load it here. So it's like a 1 month or something. So it will be performing very quickly. So we'll be creating a views here, and from the views, the data will be consumed by the downstream applications. So you can take the data from business from these data mart for the business analytics. So you may have the different tools, right? So you might have heard about this tool called a Tableau, right? Tableau. So most widely used tool reporting side. See the Tableau we will use, and we'll go for Power BI. Yes, from Microsoft they are using. They'll go for Power BI, and they will go for if it is GCP they are using, they will go for Looker also, right? So Looker is one of the tool, and QuickSight is another tool from AWS. QuickSight is one of the tool. So these are all like a click view we have. Yes, we have the click view or click sense. Then we have other tools, MicroStrategy. Then we do have, so SSRS is like a old tool, but from SSRS and Excel sheet only, they have taken these tools, right? So these tools are used to do, yes, Cognos we have power business object we have, right? So business object we have, Cognos we have from IBM. But nowadays we are not using Cognos business object and all. It's very legacy. And we have moved already to Tableau, Power BI, all this. So these tools is nothing but it's a data visualization tool. If you take Tableau reporting, okay, so Tableau reporting, if you take a dashboard, if you take, so this is what the dashboard we can create, right? So we will create for an organization, we will create like this pie chart, bar chart for the data. Okay, so country wise, I want to see the sales. Yes, I will create the sales in this way. So different tools we have, right? So this is one of the tool. Tableau is one of the reporting tool for the organizational data. So yes, for an example, for business people, everything like a reporting, right? So they wants to see all the data like this, right? Comparison. Yes, this is what is today's sales and the numbers. In this comparison, they can easily understand the data. So that's what they will look at. So business intelligence is nothing but from the business side, it's nothing but a reporting tool. But for the technology side, if you ask, ETL plus reporting. So that's what we'll go for the business intelligence. So business intelligence is nothing but at the end of the day, the organization wants to track their business. So how the business is going on. So different kind of metrics they will take from this reporting, right? So a lot of reporting. So based on the requirement, they will create different teams, they will create different views. That's what it will go for. Tableau, you can see different kind of reporting, right? So we have the Looker. Yes, Looker is one of the another reporting tool from Google. So you have these tools. See here. So country-wise data, how we are creating very easily. Then they can easily understand the business people. Okay, how much is the percentage? So everything they can easily understand, right? So in order to create this kind of view as a ETL developer, we are taking the data from heterogeneous sources to the ETL process and load the data into data warehouse here as a single format. So why do we need to do the transfer? Yes, if you have business in multiple countries, and as a business, how they wants to see the data. So they wants to see all the data in a single currency, right? Mostly we'll go for US dollar. So it's a single currency, different countries, regulations, policies, and all this they need to consider, right? Lot of policies will be there. The regulations will be there. All this should be applied, and it will be moved, and it will be maintained here. So from here, the data will be taken for the reporting purpose. So that's what we will go for the data warehousing environment. All this. So we do have a different kind of report. So you have heard about this quick site, right? So quick site reporting. Yes, we do have quick site. So this is one of the another tool from Amazon. We have quick site. So this is also one of the tool. So it's like one of the services we have in the particular environment, a business summary. So you can see here, so different summary we can able to understand, okay, how the business is going on. Okay, today, or so we do have some target, okay, whether we have achieved the target or not, so how much is remaining, all this very easily understand, right? So that's what the business need the data. So in order to create these kind of reports, we can go for, yes, Cognos also you can go for like lot of report, but Cognos is nowadays we are not using mostly we are not using lot to create the reports. It will take lot of time, right? So Cognos report or the business object report, to create this kind of report, we need to do lot of the work. But Tableau and Power BI is like a drag and drop. So very simply drag and drop. So everything it will show you. But the ultimate, the result is the only thing is visualization, data visualization. So if I'm going to send you the data in this format, it's very easy, right? To understand the business. Okay, this is what the total sales out of this. This is one thing. This is one thing. So just to understand the business, if I'm going to give in this format for the business people, it is very easy. In order to create this kind of data visualization, we are loading the data into this data warehousing environment. In addition to this is called business analytics. In addition to this, you can take the data from here or from here and load. So you can create a different kind of reporting also. For an example, merchant. So you are doing, if you take Amazon, they do have a lot of vendors. They do have different merchant, right, and customers. So merchant every day they need to send. Okay, so by using Amazon, so these are all the product has been sold, and this is the commission for me, and I'm going to settle this amount to you. So different kind. So each and every transaction they will capture it against the particular merchant ID, and they will send to the merchant like a report, like Excel sheet, a CSV file format to their SFTP path or to their email ID. If it is very small merchant, yes, they do not have any SFTP. They will make one drop zone account or something. They will upload it over there. Then they will download it for the secured file transfer. So that's what they will do. So different kind of reporting also. So they will do it here on the data from the data warehouse. They will create a views here. Okay, different kind of reporting we will take. Business analytics, yes, we can go for. And as I told, you can use this data lake for a recommendation system also. So if you take Amazon, they are saying that 30% of the revenue is coming from the recommendations, right? So they need to process the data here in the data lake environment. It is not only for ETL process. They do have the data lake. It's a very huge, and when they will process it and process the data, again, it will be feeding back as the recommendation. Okay, if you are searching for this particular product, they will recommend it, the other product also. Then while you are going to check out, they will process. Okay, so you can buy these products also. So that's what we'll go for recommendation, all this. But most of the recommendation and everything is comes under the live streaming and different kind of reporting. So all the kind of, okay, so yes, bird reporting and everything, we are doing it here only. So from the data warehouse, we will take, and the data mart also you can take, no issues. You can take from anywhere. So if they do have the approach in this way, this is called top-down approach. So in the data modeling team, so if you go for any data modeling team, and we do have different tools, right? Erwin tool is one of the data modeler. The data modelers they will use in Erwin. So they will create the data model for the data ETL process. Okay, so how we have to load the data, and if I'm going to cancel this product, how many tables it should make an entry. So what are the different columns should be there. So all this, the data modeler also will do that. Okay. And if you ask what is the main difference between data warehouse and the data lake is on the cloud. Okay, mostly on the cloud. Data warehouse is on the on the RDBMS. Okay, we can call it as a data lake house, all this. It's on the cloud. So mostly it will be maintained by the cloud providers. We do have. So it's like huge volume of data, more than this data warehousing. Nowadays, if you think the social networking, so how much data it is generating per day. So think about, so per second, okay, so per second order, per second data for the Facebook or whatever it may be, YouTube or something. So how much data they are generating it. And yes, we are seeing as a customer, we are seeing the recommendation, all this. Think about the YouTube. They will do the analytics, right? The Google, they will do the analytics. For to improve their business, they need to do the lot of analytics, right? The marketing team, different teams, they do have. Inside the Google itself, they need to do a lot of analytics. So that analytics, they will take it from the data lake environment only. So that's what the data they will take, and then they will process it. So this is what will happen in the data warehouse and data lake environment. Okay, so I hope you are clear. So what is that batch processing and live processing? What is Informatica Power Center will do? What is IICS will do? So IICS architecture I will explain later, but this is what the business intelligence and everything. So business intelligence is nothing but the end of the day, each and every business, they want to track their business, how the business is going on. A lot of teams will be there. So all these teams, they will do. So this particular database, right? This particular source system, we will call it as OLTP system. What is OLTP? It is online transaction processing. So all your transactional data will be stored in this particular database. This is what online transactional processing. Normally, we will not disturb this particular OLTP system, right? So in order to take the report, okay, so we'll go for this OLAP system. So OLAP is nothing but online analytical processing. So if I want to do any analysis, so do it here. Okay, so if you want to do any analytics, any kind of reporting you want to do, any analytics, business analytics you want to do, so do it here on the OLAP system. So OLAP is nothing but online analytical processing. OLTP is nothing but online transaction processing. For an example, you are going to IRCTC. You take an example, IRCTC you are going for. So we do have a lot of customers, right? Passengers we do have. So what the passenger will do? So if you take this is the one, they will put username and password. It will make an API call here. Then it will authenticate. Then it will allow you to check you are making that from station to station and date and what is the class you want to know. So all this you are selecting and then the call will be made to the database and then it will give you the data. So this will be maintained by the front end developers, like a front end developer, Java developers, Python developers. They will do like Node, React, JS, and lot of the full stack developers we do have, right? The front end full stack developers. They will do all the kind of this kind of data load into the database. But after loading the data here, if you take IRCTC, we are loading in the data, we are canceling our everything. I will log into the system and I can see only my data. Think about railway ministry, right? Think about railway ministry. They want to go for a budget for this particular year. So how they will analyze it? Are they going to analyze each and every customer's, each and every passenger's data individually? No, they will analyze with bulk data, right? They will analyze it bulk. So that kind of reporting, we will do it in this particular system. So last 1 year, yes, we will do. So even if it is Tatkal hours, they will not allow you to check the data here, right? So Tatkal hours, they will say like it's a Tatkal hours, this particular time to this particular time. They will not allow you to log in or check the PNR status also. So why? Because they are expecting more transactions happening on the system. They will not allow. So think about the reporting. Reporting is like you do have 1 month data, right? 1 week data, 1 day data, or 1 quarter data. So different kind of reporting we are going to take. So we are not going to hit this particular database. We will load the data. So we do have a lot of replication server here. We will replicate here, then it will load the data and it will process. So that's what they will go for, right? So whatever the tables are very, very important tables for the report, that we will be taking periodical batch processing, and some tables will go for the daily process. So we do have different kind of data load. So that's what we will do. So I hope you are clear. And so if you take the data warehousing environment or business intelligence is nothing but so taking the good decisions by effectively managing the data. So if I want to take a good decisions and I need to effectively manage the data right here. Okay, so all the good decisions I will take based on the data. So that's what we will take as a fact-based decisions. Fact-based decision means so data based on the data, I will take a decision. So not like an assumption, right? So all the business teams, they will take decisions as per the data. So how we are showing the data to them, right? So good decisions by effectively managing the data, all the decisions. Okay, they are going to, so marketing team, they are going to say that they are going to introduce a new person for the brand ambassador, and they are paying some amount. Then next few days they will check, right? Next few weeks and next month, they will check that. Okay, so because of this particular new ad and the new product, whether the sales has been grown or not, some grow up or not, all this analysis they will do, right? So that kind of analysis we want to do on the business data. So how much sales has moved up? So that I want to check. So I have spent this much amount for this particular marketing or something. So what is the impact? Okay, on the sales. So that I want to check it. So that's what I will go for the business intelligence teams. Okay. And this is the process I have explained so far. Business intelligence is nothing but enables the business to make intelligent, fact-based decisions. Okay. So all the business people. So how we will start our work daily basis, we will check so what is the mails for today and what is the calls today we have and what is the code, what is the requirement for today. That's what we will start our work, right? But think about the business people. So always they will meet the person, they will have the meetings and business analytics, all this comparison statistics, everything they will do. So first in the ETL, in the business intelligence process, first we do have aggregating the data. Aggregating the data means, so as whatever I have explained, so this is nothing but aggregating the data from, that is integration, data integration, integrating the data from heterogeneous source to data lake environment. So that's what we'll go for, aggregating the data into a data warehouse or data lake, this environment. After that, we are presenting the data in the form of data visualization, like dashboard we are creating, all this we are going for. After that, the business people, based on this particular statistics, the business data, they will analyze it and they will take a decision accordingly. Okay, so they will take a decision accordingly. So this is what business analytics, all this business team, they will take a decisions. So this is the process of business intelligence. Okay, so I hope you are clear. And so do you have any doubt on this? Any questions here? Okay, I got one question. How client will check their data, whether it is loaded completely as per the requirement? See, that is different. Okay, that is how the client will check the data as per they will do lot of testing, right? They will do a lot of testing, UAT and everything. Then they will go for production. If production, they are going to see the different data, they will raise a bug, right? Production issues. That's a different. So IT teams will be there. So whatever the team is going to send the data to business, business will assume that, okay, these data are the correct data. The reliability they will check. They do have some, from client side also, they do have some IT team. They will do all kind of verification and everything. That's a different. But business, if you take business people, they will believe that IT team that, okay, they have given this particular data as correct. Okay. Yes, I will send you this particular document. Okay. So for your reference, I will send you at the end of the sessions. Okay. I will send you today to your email. So what exactly the front end? The front end is nothing but, so whatever, say for an example, I'm going to the particular site, right? I want to book a ticket. I want to book a bus ticket. So where will you go? Some site you will go to, right? So that is called front end. So where it will connect. So organizational database, it will connect. So how? So if you are blocking a ticket, so it need to block that particular ticket, right? The seat it has to block. So that's what API call will be made, and then it will go and get the data, and then it will present the data in this front end. And the data is coming from the backend database. Database is called backend, and all the front end you are seeing the client tool. So that is the front end. Okay. So what is the difference between data lake and Azure? So Azure, that's what data lake is a concept. Azure is the one particular, the providers. Okay, data lake providers. AWS is the data lake environment. By using different services, you can do. So one data platform also be called a data lake. Yes, it's like AWS is called a data lake. If you're using huge volume of data, then that is called a data lake. Okay, so will business people have access to see the data lake data? No, they won't have. The business people, they won't have data on the tables. Only business side, they do have IT team, right? They will have access. Business people, they do have the tab and the front end tool like a Tableau, Power BI. they will log into the Power BI dashboard, and then they will check what is the sales for today, all this, right? So if I'm going to tell, for an example, if I'm going to tell particular owner, so this Tableau, Power BI, all this, how the business will understand. So, okay, they won't bother about the tools which we are using, but whatever the data we are giving to them, that's important. Okay. So that, is there any layers will be there in OLAP? Yeah, that's what layers I told. So different layers will be there. So that's what we will use. Okay. So exact difference between data warehouse and data lake. So that's what I have explained so far. Okay. So please go through that. So data warehouse is nothing but, once again, I'll tell you, data warehouse, it's like it, it will store the historical data. Both will store the historical data only, but data lake on the cloud. Okay. So any other questions? No layers in the OLTP side. OLTP side, we do have some ER model, so entity relationship models. So all the tables we will have. Okay. Suppose we have employee table, customer table. Yeah. So these tables are in the source side also, and this side also. Okay. This data warehousing side also. That's a dimensional modeling we will have. So batch processing, that's what I have explained, right? Batch processing. So what is batch processing? Can anyone tell? So now, can you able to understand what is batch processing? So what is batch processing? So that's what I have explained so far. So day by day, you are sending the data like a different batches, like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 1 hour once, 4 hours once, all this, like a batch processing. Batch by batch, you are sending the data to from OLTP to OLAP. So ETL process is used in converting the data from OLTP to OLAP. Yes. Okay. So you are not able to understand this concept. These are all simple terms only I'm explaining, right? Am I using any complex scenario? Magesh, can you tell me what is your questions? I'm explaining that simple term only. See, do some homework. Okay. So you have to do some homework. So what is this source system, all this? Okay. You are going to handle a project. So they are going to deploy you on a project environment. Okay. So you have to do some homework. Okay. Dimensional modeling. Yes, I will explain tomorrow. Okay.
Chandra,
So
I
I
have
do
a
not.
quick question.
Mhm.
Hello.
Can we have a data catalog to be used in this when you migrated the data through IICS? You can use that
Okay.
data catalog somewhere to publish those data to the business users, or that is
No.
different.
So no. What is the data catalog? What data you want to present to the client?
So let's say I was bringing all the data to data lake, right?
Mhm.
So I want to publish certain data to the business users through data catalog.
So
I
you
mean to
mean to
say,
say enterprise data catalog? It's a different tool you
yeah,
are using.
yes.
That is different tool. Power Center will not do that. So EDC is another tool we have from
Oh,
Informatica. Enterprise data catalog, we have another tool. So maybe that tool will do.
okay.
Yeah, hi Chandra. Is the session
Mhm.
is only for 1 hour or more than an hour?
Yeah, 1 hour only. So as I told, first 45 minutes, I will take that session. Next
Okay,
15 minutes, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
okay, sure. Yeah,
You
that's why
want 1 hour
because
or more than 1 hour?
no, only 1 hour we require because if you're in a morning shift, then we can take break for one
Yeah.
hour and we can join the session, right? That's why.
Yeah. 1 hour only.
Okay, sure. Thanks for the confirmation.
Yeah. Yes, Nitya, you have a question?
As you said, like batch processing, it's like data comes in batches. Is it like a scheduling tool we use and
Yes,
make
correct.
them
Correct. Yes.
periodically pass through it? Yes. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Okay,
Oh,
so
thank
we
you.
will
Mhm.
schedule it like a control
Mhm.
M, or we'll go for a different scheduler we have, right? Auto says different scheduler we will use. So we will
Mhm.
schedule it like half an hour once, intraday jobs or daily jobs based on the frequency, based on the requirement. We will schedule it. It will be
Mhm.
flowing, the data will be from. So everything is like an automated process. As a developer, we will develop it, but it's yes, we will do the scheduler to, to load the data from source to target.
Mhm. And in live streaming, I have a doubt. Like if it is live stream, the data continuously comes in, and whenever you look at like if it goes into production, as soon as you see some changes and the data keeps changing, is it a problem or something? Like
No, no, no.
the
So
data keeps
whatever,
changing, like
if you take Facebook, right, whatever you're
uh,
liking, and then whatever you are doing it, right, or in the WhatsApp also, whatever you are doing it, everything's like a data, right? So Facebook, you are doing it likes and everything. So it has to be sync with all the servers, different data centers they do have. It has to sync with other servers. So that's what they will
mhm.
go for. Okay, so they will collect the data from different servers and then they will load it. They will process it. They will go for
Okay, it's
if
like
they
it
want to.
seems like periodic processing. The live stream also happens with periodic processing, like a batch process.
No, no, no. It's like a live
No,
streaming. Continuous data is flowing 24/7. Okay.
that's what my question is like. Whenever you see, there might be a new data coming in.
All the data are considered as data only. Okay. If you are going to update the
Uh-uh.
data, it will be updated. That's it.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it.
Okay. You are
Thank you.
updating it, you are canceling it, you are editing it. Everything is like a data only. Okay.
If it, yeah, I got it. Like if it is a new data, it get inserted and then updated later on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Thank you.
got one question in IICS. How can we do the scheduling? Yes, I will tell this concept and all later. But if you have any questions on this one, you can ask me. Okay. We do have a different concept like scheduler that I will explain later. Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so actually I joined late and I just want to know in the chat box also I'm pinging and I cannot see any other people chat and I don't know you are able
No,
to
no, no.
see
So
my chat.
if you have questions, yeah, please ask me. I will answer it.
Okay, so that's what I just want to know first of all this one. Like I am in mm, chat box is visible for my question. I was just answering few of your questions like you said what is batch and also I was writing it over and I thought like it's not going over so I just want to
No,
confirm.
no, no. Whatever here I can explain, that's what I have explained. Okay. So don't
Okay,
bother about the chat and all. I will read
okay.
out and then I will explain. Okay.
So where should I raise my questions if I want to? Because in the chat box can I raise? Will you be able to see my questions?
Yeah, yes. If you are raising your questions, definitely I can able to see that. I will answer it. Okay. So that's
Okay,
what
thank
I made it like first 45 minutes. Why? Because it will interrupt. Okay. The session it's getting recorded, right? So when you
no,
are
I
going to
totally.
watch it, and then it will get interrupted. So to avoid that, see, it's a suggestion from the students only.
Yeah,
So
I
I will keep
totally.
45 minutes like for session, then next 15 minutes for the question and answer. Okay.
Yeah, proper. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not one single day. I'm going to take all this. Yeah, we do have more sessions. It's coming up. All your questions I will answer. Okay. No worries on that. It's not this single day. I took only the ETL process, right? So tomorrow I will take more and more. That's what we are going with. Okay.
Chandra, I have a quick question. Can you do data streaming like in through IICS, like replication,
No, no, no,
synchronization?
no.
We cannot do
Replic
only batch
rep-
process we can do, right?
replication synchronization we can do that I will take, but we are not going to do any live streaming here. Replication we
Oh,
can do. That is also a scheduled one.
okay.
Chandra, can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, I have a quick question. Like you say, data lake is on cloud, right?
Mhm.
So you mean to say that AWS, Azure, GCP, all these are part of data lake?
Yes, correct.
So how this IICS is related with the data lake?
Okay,
Because
still,
the cloud, right?
still you are not getting it. See, this is data lake. IICS is the tool, ETL tool. is going to read the data from source, and this we are doing the transformation logic, and we are going to load the data into data lake. Okay.
Okay. So IICS itself is a cloud again, right?
Yes, it's a cloud maintained by Informatica Corporation. It's a cloud ETL tool. It is not
Oh,
a
cloud.
database. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's a cloud-based ETL.
Yes, cloud-based ETL. Cloud
Okay.
means they will maintain. Informatica Corporation will maintain all the services. We are not going to maintain all the metadata. So previously, Informatica Power Center, all the metadata, dictionary data will be maintained ourselves only, right? All that
Yeah.
repository will be maintained by Informatica, sorry, the company, whichever
Yeah.
the company is owning. But nowadays, all the metadata will be maintained by Informatica Corporation on the cloud. So it will hold only the metadata. It will not hold organizational data. Okay. So
Okay.
data will be stored in on-premises server or on the cloud server. How the data is moving, when the data is moving, the scheduling, all the information, how the data is moving, transformation logic, all this will be maintained by Informatica. That is on the cloud. Okay. It is not
Okay.
a cloud database. It's like a cloud ETL tool. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
In this tool also, it is not only database. We do have a lot of different services, right? If you take AWS, lot of different services are available.
So
I think some of them joined late, and I do not want to keep on tell the same thing. If you have any questions, raise it through chat. Okay, in between the session, I will answer it each and every questions. And if you have any other questions on the end, raise a hand. I will unmute. You can ask your questions. Okay. Even if the time is over today, and you can ask me tomorrow. Okay, no issues. I will answer all the questions. Okay. And if you are getting any doubts on this particular topic, please ask me. Later, I'm going to tell you the scheduler and all this stuff session by session. Okay. So it's not single day. I cannot take everything.
Hi, Chandra.
Right. Hmm?
Yeah, just wanted to ask, like as you mentioned, we have data lake. So in what format we can see data in the data lake, because it won't be relational?
Yeah, relational only. Relational we can see. You have, say for an example, data lake. If you use a Redshift, okay, in AWS,
Okay.
that's a relational database only.
Okay.
Chandra, how do we maintain this data mart? Like, let's say one downstream will have one data mart. Like, how do we decide this many data marts will be there?
Yeah. So please allow me some time. Tomorrow I will take. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. This concept
Sir,
I will take. Tomorrow we do have a data modeling concept and everything that I will take. Okay. It's not one single day. So we are
Sure.
going to take all this day. Yeah.
hello.
Hmm?
Hi, sir. This is Saikram. Can you open the diagram which you showed, the architecture which you showed just now, right? Yeah, sir, I have one doubt. Like, for example, if we take IRCTC as the system, from API is called like the web page. From that web page to heterogeneous means we'll be checking the seeds or anything. That is one database. We'll be checking what are the availability of the seats or anything. Now, when we book any ticket or when we process anything, like through batch processing, that is going to get updated into this DB or that process.
No. Here only
No.
everything it will be stored in this OLTP only. At the
Okay.
end of the day, we will move the data from here to here for the reporting.
Okay,
At the end
that's
of the
like
day.
only for bulk thing when we are
Yeah,
doing.
correct.
Okay,
One day,
yeah,
whatever the data has been inserted, updated today, that will be moved. So it depends. Okay. So for
yeah,
company
yeah.
and for company, they will ask, okay, so single day they will go for, sorry, they will look at, okay, up to yesterday data. If I know, that's fine. Every 1 hour once I want to know, then I have to go for this one. Okay.
Batch processing, like every 1 hour, what we are going to
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Yeah. Correct.
yeah, yeah. Okay, sir,
See,
got it.
yeah. So please ask me the questions about this topic only. Why? Because if you are asking production migration, deployment, all this, see, I cannot tell you today on the scheduling, production migration, dev, QA and all. Okay, so one by one I have to go. Okay, it's not, I'm going to complete all the IICS in a single day. I will answer all the questions. Okay.
Chandra, one quick question.
Hmm?
So in IICS, the target can be like a table or a flat file, something like that. So it can be a cloud object also, right? Like,
Yes. Yes.
okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how we can connect to Azure for IICS? There's a connector something.
Yeah, that's what I told. Okay. So
Okay. Okay.
those questions and all, I will tell you later. Okay. So Azure connectors, all this, we will go for practical session.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. It's not single day. I'm going to complete all this. I will take. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't think that you are not, I'm not answering your question. Whatever the question asked in the chat, I have responded.
Yeah.
So if any other questions, yes, please ask me tomorrow also. Yes, I will answer your questions. Okay. Please go through this recording today. This recording and notes today, I will send you. And you can ask me if you have questions tomorrow, you can ask me. Okay. No issues. I will answer all your questions. Today, I'm up. So we will meet tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. Is that okay? I will send you this architecture diagram and then I'm going to send some concept on this data warehouse concept that I will send it to you today. But tomorrow also we are going to see this concept only in detail. Okay, data modeling, all this. Thank you all. We will stop here and rest I will take it tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.